very special episode of the Rose Table Disney Dinners. Welcome to my Cinderella ball. We have plenty of appetizers with a little bit of a French twist, and dessert dreams come true. So, what do you think? Are you ready to have a ball?
When I think Cinderella, I think sky blue fabric and lots of bows. So I wanted it to look like birds were actively hanging Cinderella's dress, and I carried that theme throughout with tons of blue fabric touches and a blue tablecloth and the most fabulous sparkly pumpkin carriage. Can you believe that I found that? For the flowers, I used blue and white hydrangeas, white roses, and a pop of pink with the alstroemeria as a nod to Cinderella's first dress that her bird and mice friends spruce up for her before her evil stepsisters rip it to shreds. So that's the little pink throughout the party that you'll see. Cinderella is a French fairy tale, so I had a couple of French things like the ratatouille pasta as well as the French cheeses on the cheese board, and then I had some fun theme items like the carriage wheels, some bibbidi-bobbidi blue cheese stuffed mushrooms, lots of sky blue in the frostings, some sugar cookie glass slippers, and a couple of pumpkin things. I actually had pumpkin bread and pumpkin hummus because, of course, pumpkin is a major theme in Cinderella. I also had some healthier items like the marinated shrimp, some home-cured lox, tons of vegetables. Tom Thumb was my grocery partner for this party, and I got so many fabulous organic vegetables and great items for the cheese board like the truffle mousse and the honeycomb. So many fun things. I also have to point out this hidden Mickey radish on my veggie platter. Do not be afraid to have some healthier items. My guests kept commenting that they were so excited to see so many healthy items like my chilled cucumber soup and the shrimp and the veggies, because people just don't want to be that heavy. You're gonna eat dessert later on, so it's nice to have some lighter options for dinner. It's also nice, don't feel like you have to make every single thing. Assembling is also great. And speaking of not making things, we have to talk about these amazing donuts. Shout out to Earnest Donuts and Donut Digest for providing the most amazing donuts for my party. I don't know if donuts are having a moment where you are, but they sure are in Dallas. I've been to several parties where people pick up themed donuts, and I think that's such a fun, easy thing, and it's one less thing you have to make, too. The menu was honestly pretty easy because so much of it was actually made ahead of time, which makes it such easy entertaining. Also, if this is your first episode of The Rose Table, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you go to my website, therosetable.com, click on Disney Dinners, there are 12 other Disney dinners on there. This, however, is my first big party, the big ball. All of the recipes are linked in my Disney dinner articles, so if there's anything that you want, be sure and go to my website for the recipe and for inspiration and more. Now, let's talk about some of the rest of the party, like the lighting. I used LED floodlights to wash the walls with this fabulous pink color, and I used color-changing light bulbs above the dance floor so that it would make it really fun and festive without being too much of a disco. It didn't strobe, it really had a nice kind of fade in and out. You can see the lights changing in this great time lapse that we did of the dance floor, and that's why the color changes throughout. If you wonder why some of the colors are changing throughout the videos, it's because the lights change up above. Sometimes it's dark and romantic, other times it's just super fun and bright. I also used some party lights on one wall, and then you might recognize my snow machine from Disney Dinners Frozen. This was a January ball, so I thought the snow would be fun. Kind of falls lightly, and it's that same great sky blue color appropriate for Cinderella. And really that's most of the decor besides pumpkins, some sky blue, rose petals sprinkled throughout, some little Cinderella touches. It's largely lighting. Now, one of the main things that I did was I wanted the clock to be a focal point, since of course the clock is a major theme in Cinderella. She's got to get home by midnight or she'll turn into a pumpkin. So I highlighted the clock using AtmosFX to project fireworks. I think it's such a fun thing to do. If you are interested, go to my website for a full how-to on how to project the fireworks. For the drinks, I served water, tea, and 2 different kinds of punch. My Cinderella punch is just vodka, lemonade, and a little bit of blue curacao to tint it this fabulous shade of blue. And I actually served that in a white pumpkin soup tureen to give it a little extra whimsy. Then the fairy godmother punch is just Hawaiian punch, pineapple juice, ginger ale, and champagne with a pineapple star ice ring. Now, we had about 50 guests at the Cinderella ball, but I have to introduce you to 2 very special guests in particular.
I was like, don't fangirl out all over them! Guys, I am so unbelievably excited right now because standing next to me are my favorite Disney vloggers, Chris and Amanda from Provosts.
Oh, she's so sweet. Oh my gosh. If you ever had a chance to meet a real live Disney princess, it's right here. It's amazing. This has been one of the most amazing nights we've ever had.
We are so excited to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh, we wouldn't miss this. We wouldn't miss this. Who would miss the Cinderella ball? Nobody.
This was seriously one of the most magical nights I have ever had at my home. I loved how into it my friends were. They looked so lovely in their formal wear. Everybody was eating and dancing the night away and had so much fun in the photo booth. It was just the best time, and I want to thank all of my guests for making this such a special night.
Okay, I have to say this. This is the greatest cake I've ever had in my life. I'm in my second helping, and when I tasted it the first time, it was like an angel kissed my lips, and I was taken away to some distant far universe. Looking down at myself is transcendent. It's amazing. Oh my God, you are.
This is the best thing I've ever heard. And so you walk into the house and everyone is in these elegant gowns and beautiful bow ties and things, and every single room has like something that just screams Cinderella, and you feel like you're actually at a ball. Like Katie Rose has made her home into an actual ball, and it was so fun. The dancing and the food and the music and all of the decorations where everything was lovely, and it was so perfect.
The shrimp, that's so good. That was incredible.
He stole all of it. I didn't get to any of the shrimp.
You're right. I actually, it's in my car right now. It's in my car.
It's in your pocket.
It's in my pocket.
I carried it around with me.
This night was incredible. I think the first thing that kicked it off for me was the Cinderella cake, seeing that glass slipper coming in. It was so beautiful.
This has been one of the greatest nights of my life. I first have to start off with the cake. It was so good that when I ate it, my soul literally jumped into 4 other people's souls. Like I like transcended space and time, and I was like, I didn't know where it was for a moment. It was amazing.
Bibbidi boppity boo.
It was amazing.
And then you came in and the table just had all these little like homages to Cinderella from like the pumpkin cake. And I enjoyed all the little decorations all around. And the firework clock, that was really cool.
Do you want to see pure bliss? Okay, ready?
Yes.
Here's pure bliss.
See the recipe for the mushroom and blue cheese. What is that?
I liked it. The bibbidi bobbidi blue cheese stuffed mushroom.
Come on.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
Whoever's watching this,
Bibbidi bobbidi.
Swiggy in my mouth.
Amazing. The decor is awesome. It's been great.
Everywhere you look, it's Cinderella ball. Every little detail is just fabulous, and the food is out of this world. It's magical.
It is. It's magical.
I loved it. And I got to meet fabulous people like
Oh my God! Stop it!
When do we get to go to the park together is the real question.
Let's make that happen this year. We're gonna go to the park together. And we're gonna go through. We're gonna get all the good food.
And the Rose Table together at Disneyland.
A match made in heaven. Go follow Provost Park Pass. I hope you guys had as much fun as I did at my Cinderella ball. I have truly had the most magical year hosting 12 months of Disney-themed dinner parties, which you can find on my website, therosetable.com. Don't worry though, there are plenty more magical things to come, so be sure and stay tuned and follow The Rose Table on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And now, I hope all of your dreams come true. And then when we're happily ever after.